It's Saturday afternoon, 88 degrees outside, 2:13 in the afternoon. Welcome. We are promoting UK Medic and Cable Company. Go check them out. We also have our members list. Our members list is Digging It Back, UK Medic, Supreme Geckos, Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, Sherry Lynn Matcat, Jay Sonata, Trot Legs and Stings, Mary Giggs, Smitty, SOE Gaming, The Stock Explorer, Liam Layton, Real Time Catfishing, Old Dude, It's the Marshmallow Man, A. Aaron Walk, Leonard, Like Father Like Son, Chester the Gamer, Ryan 222 Gaff, Karen Utz, 315 Gamer, Clowns Are Us, Incognito Metal Detecting, Mayhem Miracles, Coining Around, Chaka, Ryan Clark, Brooklyn Chick, Sabine Pazine, Brandon Gaming, Tripman Gaming Network, Three Good Nerds, Tita Chin Vlog. Those are our members. Go check them out. If you like what you see, you know what to do. So how's everybody doing on this Saturday? Hopefully everybody's doing great. I'll be on here about 45 to 50 minutes driving to work. Come and enjoy the ride. We also have our family and friends list. Our family and friends list is Coining Around, My Animal House, Spider Mom, Mark the Spider Guy, Sherry Lynn Madcap, James Gype, Samantha Gype. See who came in. D9 is in the house. What's up, D9? Welcome. Hot Damn Elaine is here also. She's crafting. Welcome. We also have put this tool drive. Okay. Yeah, so what was I saying? James Gype, Samantha Gype, Tony Diecast, Zelda Diecast Racing, Mayor, all capital letters, Maer. We have also Yoda Blessed. We also have John Paul, Brooklyn Chick, Pokerasi, UK Medic, Alrighty, let me change the camera angle around. We got cloudy day today and very windy today. So, let's see. What was I was at John Paul, Brooklyn Chick, Pokerasi, UK Medic. From the Philippines, MDT. From Hong Kong, Tita Chin. So, Tita Chin, we have Stories Lost and Found. We have Wally from Supreme Geckos. We have Mayhem Miracles. We have Percy. And his is the Mercian Metal Detecting. And he's from the UK. Go check out all of his channels. And if you like what you see, you know what to do. Also, go check out my posts where I post new channels. Also, got some channels on there. Go check them out. Got on there Clowns Are Us Gaming. We got Nick and D Nimmons live streaming. Got Daniel Batal, the creators. We have a bunch of different channels there, so go check them out. If you like what you see, you know what to do. Also, go check out my channel list of regular channels. A bunch of other amazing channels on there. I've been deleting a bunch of dead channels. Oh, that's a Cybertruck that just passed me on the left. Wow, we have a Cybertruck sighting. Yeah, very windy today. We'll see how it is. At least it's not hot, because usually it's already in the triple digits. It was in the triple digits on the weekend, last weekend. Then it cooled down, so that's great. Weather kind of cooled down, help out with our energy bill so it doesn't go so high. But it's strange because usually I don't remember it being so windy in May. March and April, yeah, we always have wind. But May, hey, we're getting a break. I mean, we're already what? 17th of May. And we're not at triple digits today. So thank God for that. So I'll be on here about 45 to 50 minutes driving to work. Welcome. Don't forget to hit the like button. What's up, Bud Files? Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share me out. I don't know. Should I shorten my other list, my family and friends list? Because I mean, there are some channels that haven't seen in a long time. But real life does get in the way. So So how's everybody doing? Yeah, there's a new thing that on the creators. Go check it out. Don't forget to. Yeah, this guy's going too fast for the pulling a trailer in a windy day. You shouldn't be going that fast. You should be going 55. But he wants to fly. Speed limit is 70 here. Yeah, I did the schedule of these of live stream today and tomorrow. I did it today. I usually do it on Friday. Yeah, I think it's I downloaded a game on my laptop. It's World of Tanks Blitz. And you know, I used to play it back in the day, like back in 2015. And I like playing that game. It's very addictive. Once you start playing, you want to play more and more and more. But I don't spend any money on it. I want to have fun. I don't want to buy stuff. You know, like some people, they'll buy a bunch of stuff and they'll get all the stuff. You know, the tanks and all the armor and everything, you know. I'll just, you know, battle and fight and then just, you know, win some games, you know, and win some free stuff. If I gotta buy something, I'm not going to. And that's how they get you with these free games, you know. The game's free, but then, you know, it's kind of like almost like pay to win, kind of, because you know, you want to improve your stuff because you're getting beat every time, you know. They destroy your tank, you know, because people bought the stuff and they're, you know, their tanks are more stronger, have more stuff on them for, you know, defenses and stuff like that. Weapons are better. So, yeah. Yeah, so we got this windy day today. We'll see how traffic is today. Doesn't look too bad yet. Everybody seems to be moving at a good pace. Yeah, but very windy today. Yeah. I don't know. It's supposed to heat up again this next week, I think. But the weather is, you know, kind of crazy wind. Yeah, I was watching Nick and Dean Nimmons this morning, and I guess they were. Hey, what's up, Blood Dragon? Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Yeah, it's like so that's why I have a bunch of games I could play. I mean, my son has a PlayStation 3 right there in the living room where I'm always at, you know. But because then I start playing a game, and then I'm like, I get really into it, and I'm just like the tank game. You know, I downloaded it and I started playing it. I mean, I think I played it for like probably three hours, because you lose track of time, you know, because you're so focused, battle after battle, you know. Man, this car has a big ass wing. Look at that thing, it's gonna fly away. I guess that's why he's having problems. He's slowing down because the wind is so strong, it's gonna flip that wing over. The car's so light, you know, the wing's supposed to keep him on the road, but when it's windy, it's gonna lift him up. Yep. I don't know. I haven't seen Brooklyn chick. Hopefully she's doing okay. You know, she hasn't been in any live streams that I usually see her in, which is odd. She at least goes in there and says hello or something, you know. Comes into my life sometimes, says hello. Yeah, look at the it's the way up ahead. That's not clouds, that's dust. That's dust in the air. So much dust flying today. It's gonna be dusty where I'm going. Yeah. Or where I work at, it gets pretty dusty when the air starts flying. So hopefully everybody's doing great. Hey, what's up, Eric? Eric LaPointe. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I fell behind on a bunch of YouTube channels. I mean, YouTube videos yesterday. I was playing the video game. You know, once you get into shit, you know, the video game, man, that's why I'm not into video games right now. Because, you know, then I won't do anything except play video games. Yeah, wind is very strong today. A lot of wind going here in California desert. Hey, what's up, Mayhem? I don't know, Mayhem. Have you heard from Brooklyn chick? I haven't heard from her. I haven't seen her anywhere. Hopefully she's okay. Optimob is in the house. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Hey, what's up, Rodeo Up? What's up, Todd? Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing fine. I know you lost your beloved dog not too long ago. It's always rough, especially if you had a dog for a long time. You know. I don't know. Growing up, we had so many dogs, we didn't really get attached to one or the other. You know. We did have like one that was around for the longest, and then she finally passed. She was a short-haired. No, it wasn't not a short-haired. It was a. She was a part Pekingese and bulldog. Her back end, her butt was Pekingese. Her front end was bulldog. She had the tail, you know, the Pekingese tail, and she had the bulldog nose and face. Her name was Flea in Spanish. Yeah, you know, I don't know who came up with that name, but her name was Flea. It was Pulga, and she was a female. One time I remember they had to take her to the vet because she got pregnant. You know, she's a small dog, but she got pregnant from a doggone it's like, what the heck? Because a bunch of dogs were, you know, when she was in heat, you know, a bunch of dogs came around, and one of them was a German Shepherd, and I guess you are the father. But yeah, I mean, we had all kinds of different dogs. I mean, I had a German short-haired pointer. He was a real nice dog, but I only had him for a couple of years because then I went off to school for a year, and then they gave him away because we lost. They sold the house and they moved into an apartment. They couldn't have dogs, so yeah. And then I also had another dog that was like a German Shepherd. His name was Bear, but in Spanish, Oso. And man, he was like very destructive dog. He was a baby and he was destructive. He was only like 6 months old, and he was very, very destructive. Yeah, one time we went somewhere. When we got back, there was a wooden chair in the yard there where we sit outside. It turned it into toothpicks, man. It just destroyed it. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of bugs. A lot of bugs today. Bought some new wiper fluid. It's for bugs, and it has the Rain-X. It's a Rain-X brand. Yeah, what's up, UK Medic? Welcome. Hopefully you're doing good. Yeah, look at all that dust up ahead. Can't even see the mountains right now. That are way. The mountains are about I'd say about 25 miles away. And you can't even see the mountains because of all the dust in the air. Yeah. Very windy day today. Yeah, I was watching Mark the Spider Guy. He was live today. He finally moved. I guess he moved into a new place because the old place where he lived was a 2-story place, and he's getting old. He's having trouble going up and down the stairs, so moved into a new place. It's like, I guess, only got 1 floor, 1 level. Yeah, see, the mountains are like you can barely kind of see them, but not very visible with all the dust flying. But like I said, this is crazy weather. I don't know if it's from some sort of a hurricane out there in the ocean, or what the heck, because it's crazy the way the wind is. Like I said, I don't remember May being like this. I remember it being not so hot lately, but not windy, crazy windy. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so Brooklyn chick, I don't know. I hope she's okay. I know she was gonna have some more surgeries, I think, on her eyes. I don't know if she was gonna have any more. I know she had some knee. I think she got some knee surgeries. What's up, Corner Clubhouse? Good to see you back in the live streaming again. Yeah, we also had one time we had a weenie dog. Yeah, we had a weenie dog. We had a bunch of cats, different cats. One of my aunts, she always had dogs, but they were poodles. She had a small poodle and a big poodle. And, she had them for years, until they passed away, One of them I remember the smaller one. Later on, he lost its sight. I think they were both female. But they were fixed, so they weren't going to have any babies. But, yeah, one of the poodles, like I said, the smaller one, he's the one that lost its sight, and I remember, he knew the layout of the apartment. Well, no, it wasn't an apartment; it was a house. It was over in LA area, in El Monte, and she would, every so often, how my mom did the same thing. All moms do it. they gotta move the furniture around because they're tired of the way it looks. So they gotta move it around this different way. It's like, hey, just leave it. Let it stay where it's at. No, so she moved it around, and then the dog started running into stuff, till it got accustomed to everything where it was at again. Then she's gonna move it again. So yeah. And it was so funny because my aunt, anytime she took us somewhere, like to go eat or drink, it was like, nope, no eating in the car. No eating in the car, but you had a dogs with their dirty feet going into the car. I don't know. And then all her dogs were indoor dogs. See, back in this, when we had dogs back in the 70s, we didn't have no indoor dogs. Dogs were outside, we had water for them, we had shelter, no air conditioning, but it's like, I mean, my aunt, one of my aunts, she was my grandma's sister. She had dogs too, but her dogs were all indoor dogs. And then the funny thing is, she had a one of those Alaskan dogs. The ones where they got to be in the where there's snow, and she has them here in the desert. And then what does she do? Which you should never do. She cut off all the hair off the dog. Those dogs have more than one coat. She did like, how sheep, I don't know if you ever seen sheep, how the sheep, their wool, and then how when they cut the wool off, that's the way the dog looked with the sheep, like a bald-headed sheep. No fur on it. I'm like, oh my God. And then it was funny because she had kids also, and then she was making food, she'd be making some food in the kitchen, and they're all right, it's what you making, Mom? She's all, get out of here, this ain't for you, this is for the dogs. Freaking cooking food for the dogs. She even had a high chair for the small dog, the ones for kids, the baby high chair. She'd sit him in the high chair. Oh my God, I was like, please. But yeah, she'd sit him in the high chair, and that's where she'd feed him. Give him its bowl. I guess so the other bigger dog wouldn't mess with him. But it's like, and we didn't have no trained dogs. Basically the training of the dog was, it's like you took a crap, you stick their nose in it. It's like, what? And then my aunt, she had her dogs were all indoors, but she used to use the newspaper, the LA Times. The LA Times was their bathroom. And then she had these little drops that you would drop on the newspaper, which was a scent to attract the dogs over there. Because dogs will only piss in a certain area, like kind of like where they mark their territory. So there's these, like, it had like an eyedropper. Jesus, people driving so slow. I mean, it's a damn truck. It's not that old. Can't even go the speed limit. Hopefully they'll, yeah, I think he's gonna, hopefully he turns on one of these streets. Yep, he's turning. Good. Get out of my way. Then I'm only gonna have one car to deal with. But we got 2 lanes coming up, so either go on the right or the left. Are you gonna go on the right? Yeah, all right. Yes. Yeah, so we had we've had different dogs and cats, you know, even our cats. We never had indoor cats. You know, maybe when they were kittens, they were inside, but then, and then we didn't have that many cats. I think we only had maybe like 1 or 2 cats. I had one cat that was when we lived up north, like almost up all the way to Sacramento. It was Woodland, California. And one day, you know, we hear like a cat meowing. It was inside the wall. I don't know where it came from. It was a little kitten. I don't know if it was from the neighbors downstairs, but it was in the wall. So we ended up with it was a black cat with a white chest. And I named him, his name was Frisky. So that was his name, Frisky. And, you know, he grew up, you know, he was an indoor cat there. But then, you know, when we moved back where we're living now, down here, Southern California, when my grandmother, you know, the cat would come by and meow, meow. She'd open up the door, the cat would come in, you know, and my grandma would feed it, give it its food and stuff. And my grandfather hated the cat. And he'd grab it by the tail and toss it outside. He'd say, "Pinche gato." He'd throw it outside, and the cat knew. When he would see him, he tucked his tail in. He knew better. He wouldn't have his tail sticking out. What is this guy got his flashers on for? Because it's windy? It's like, why? People panic when it's windy. Ah, it's windy. See, look at that. You can't even see the mountains, how much dust in the air. Too much dust in the air. Yeah, so you know, and he was a male cat, so he was always, he'd come by and they'd go, "Hey, what's up, Frisky?" And then some days he'd come, he'd be his ears would be all beat up. He had scratches all over because he got into a fight with another cat, you know, because, you know, he was a ladies' man, messing with other ladies, other cats' ladies, and who knows how many babies he had out there in the wild. But, you know, he didn't want to be inside. He was happy out running about. He'd always come back, you know, he knew where his home was. So, you know, he'd come back and we'd, you know, feed him. Then he'd take off again. He'd go by the door and go meow. He wanted to go out. You know, he didn't want to be inside. And then, you know, when my aunt used to come and visit from LA, she would bring her 2 poodles. You know, and the poodles, you know, they'd like, you know, growl at him, and he would like, yeah, whatever. You know, he wasn't afraid of them. and he would like rub himself against them, you know, putting his scent on them. And then there was a dog. Our neighbor had a dog. He had a German Shepherd, and he one day he went over there thinking, it's another dog that's gonna not mess with him. Nah, that dog like rawr, and then he like fought him and he got away. But yeah, he was, he had freaking 9 lives, that's for sure. But yeah. And then when our kids have had, I've had hamsters when I was a child. My mom would get me hamsters. I've had, hamsters. They don't live very long either. You had the little houses, the habitats with the little tubes in them, and the little wheel for they'd run in it, so they'd exercise. He'd fill up his mouth, with all the food, this guy's going real slow. Going like 50 miles per hour. I don't know why. Guess he's afraid of the wind. Yeah, so I've had hamsters, and I used to play around with all the stuff around. I've seen scorpions. I had a centipede crawling on me once. Didn't bite me because I felt something crawling. I'm like, what the heck? And I knocked it off my shoulder. It was on my neck area. And it fell on the ground, and it was a centipede. Crawled up. I guess it crawled up my leg. They move fast, But they're not meant to hurt you, unless they'll defend themselves. If you're gonna squish them, yeah, they're gonna bite you. Just like a spider. A spider's not gonna bite you. It'll run away, or like the jumping spiders, they're very curious. They'll jump on your hand and your finger and walk around, but they're not going to bite you. They might grab on, hold on with their legs and with their claws, with their fangs, but they're not going to bite you. But they're misunderstood. And then there's lizards. We used to grab ants. We used to play with ants, kill ants. Black widows, back in the day, we used to capture black widows in a jar, throw a couple of ants in there and see who, 6 ants against 1 black widow. In the end, the ants would win, The ants would win and cut all the legs off the black widow, and the black widow would bite a couple of the ants. A couple of them would probably die, but yeah. But back then, we entertained ourselves outside, with nature, and played games and stuff like that. Nowadays, everybody's indoors. Kids don't even go outside. If they go outside, they'll die. That's why they get sick easily. That's like these winds, this dust. That's why people have allergies, and because they don't ever, their immune system is so weak. Can't handle anything. That's why people live for so long back, up to 100 years old, 90, 80. My mom's 85, you know. Man, it's wind is so strong. Pushing my door. Let me see. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna turn around. Let's see who's in here. Let's see. We had D9 was in here, the first one. We had Hot Damn Elaine saying hello to everybody. Butt Files saying hello to everybody. Timo saying hello. Moon. Blood Dragon saying hello. Eric LaPont saying hello to everybody. Butt Files saying hello to everybody. Todd, what's up? He's done a couple of videos lately. He's put out some old videos of his dog. His name was Odie. It was a pug. Yeah, let's see. Mayhem Miracles saying hello. Up to Mob. I'm behind on channels also. I just got done a 6+ hour a week. Let's see. Mayhem Miracles saying hello. Timo. Hello, Eric. Eric saying hello back. A fertilizing building blew up in California. Huh, I didn't know. I haven't heard about that. I don't know. I don't really watch the news. Hey, how's it going? UK Medic saying hello. 11:33 p.m. over there with Timo. When dogs pass moon. Yep. Did you say Timo, Brax? No, Brax is fine. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Love with a Dalmatian girl. Yeah, in love with a Dalmatian girl. It's so funny you say that because I remember a girl in school. They used to call her Dalmatian because her skin, she had like some sort of a skin, discoloration. Have to go to bed. Well, good night there, Timo. A single-story house, because by the time he's 50, his knees will be shot. Yeah, I know, man. Going up and down. I don't know if that's even good for your knees so much. You know. See, it's not that hot. I'm gonna turn off the air conditioning. Corner Clubhouse saying hello. UK saying hello to him. Eric saying hello back. Corner Clubhouse. Carver family, what's up? Yeah, I was watching some of Carver's videos and his dad's fishing videos, and then I guess he was doing one with a guitar. He hadn't used his guitar in a while, he said. Lucy Warren's World, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you, Eric. You didn't have to, man, but thank you. Lucy gifted a membership, and Poker Rossi got it. And there's Poker. What's up, Poker? Hello, Moon. Orange. What's up, Orange? FPS. Hello, Eric. Namaste. What's up, Namaste? Yeah, I know you saw you had that live stream. OMA Gaming. What is up? How's it going? How do you like that new game, the Doom? Yeah, my son has that same game and he's been playing it. But he's been, he's playing it's, just taking his time. Doesn't want to go through it that fast. Wants to enjoy it. Already did. Let's see. Much love, much love. Good job. Namaste. Hey, wait a minute. Are those clouds up in the sky? That's different. Yeah, no, more like dust. Sheena Sells, Thrift Treasures. What's up? Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. What's up? Ah, tornado warning. Yeah, I guess you guys got tornadoes. We got a lot of wind here. That's all in dust. Well, take care. I know I've been watching other people, other YouTubers that live over there, like in Tennessee areas and other parts, the middle of the USA, a bunch of tornadoes. Yeah. Yeah, stay safe. I don't know how over there Corner's weather is. He lives on the East Coast. Hey, what's up, Squirrel Magnet Fishing? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Everybody saying hello. The Squirrel, welcome, welcome. Lucy Warren's World, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so I'm live usually every Wednesday. Every Wednesday at 11 a.m. running errands. 11 a.m. and Saturdays and Sundays in the afternoon at 2:15 p.m. So driving to work. So if you got some time, come on in. Let's see. Today's Saturday. I don't know who's coming. Who's going to be live later on? Oh, well, yeah. Charlie. I don't know if Charlie's going to be digging it back. He's been busy doing some stuff, I think, with his family. So I think Rob, which is FL Thunder, has been taking over, and I don't know. He's usually live late at night on Saturdays, and at 8 o'clock at night, my time is Spine Ticks. He's in California. He does a live stream. They do collectibles, and they comics and all kinds of different kinds of collectibles, figurines and stuff like that. And just like three good nerds, they do He does collectibles also, and does baseball cards, football cards, hockey cards. Yeah, there's another guy I watch on Saturdays. I think he's on Saturdays. Yeah, I believe he's on Saturdays. It's on Nikki. Nikki Two Times, I think it's his channel is. And I usually see him sometime this afternoon today. He's in the East Coast, I believe. But I'll usually be going and check out people's live streams or be on people's panels. I was on Leah. She's from the UK. Went on her panel the other day. She was asking a question about YouTube, and so I hate typing all the. So I said, give me the link, and I went up on her panel. I've been on her panel before. I hadn't been on her panel in a long time. Yeah, they're into arachnids, tarantulas and snakes and other animals like that. But yeah, I was on her panel for a pretty good amount of time, and it was I think it was like 1, 2 in the morning where she was at, and then she ended it. But yeah, but we have to support everyone another. There's another channel that's trying to get monetized. I think he needs watch time. I believe he's in my posts. It's Epic. Go check him out. He's a gaming channel. Go play some of his playlists. I forgot. I have to. I'm gonna use my iPad, my AirPad to give him some watch time. Yeah. So everybody, thank you for coming in. God bless everybody that came in. Don't forget to hug your loved ones, and don't forget to call your mama, because you never know, guys. And everybody have a good day. And I know Tupac was traveling. I think hopefully he made it safely. He was going to go visit going to be back to at his mom's house. He was driving yesterday all day, I think some 16 hours, I think. I forget where she lives, somewhere in the middle of the U.S. And he'll be live on Sunday night. Well, not Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, 3:45 p.m. my time. And then Gator Hilby, which is a cable company, he'll be live also on in the afternoon also. I think it's either 1 or 2 in the afternoon of my time. But everybody have a good one. God bless everybody. Till next time, which will be tomorrow, same time, 2:15 p.m. Bye-bye, everybody. God bless.